What is up, everybody? This your man Dre Mac. I'm about to get into a video. This is just a theory, live theory reaction. I want to talk about Transformers Rise of the Beast because I kind of want to just talk about what I just expect in the upcoming movie, especially if the Decepticons will play a big factor or the Predacons. So I'm gonna go into this video, but let's be real with it. You know what I mean? You know how we do. You know how we get down with our videos. But the real question is,
Are you ready?
all right, so let's go ahead and get into just a little theory videos. And let's go ahead. Let me do a couple things here because I want to be able to share my screen here pretty soon. And I want to talk about, see, this is the thing here, guys. I want to talk about Transformers Rise of the Beast. I know the trailer just came out and it's not a lot being shown in the trailer, and for good reason. First of all, it's a teaser trailer. We won't actually get the movie for another 6 months. So a lot of the problems, especially when you're talking about the actual, I would say, CGI. And I'm gonna just put this out. I already have a problem with like Optimus Prime's face, and that's because we was teased in Bumblebee. And I'm trying to get it where, let me see, that I'm looking up. I want to share my screen here. And let me get to Transformers Rise of the Beast. I want to get to the actual video, and I'm not gonna play the audio of the video, but that's just the trailer. And I'm gonna just put out a couple things that that I'm looking for. Just kind of go over it with you guys. So let me just give me a second. Let me get this pulled up because I looked at this like a couple of times, and there's just certain things that I keep seeing in the trailer here that I kind of want to go over. So give me a second. I'm about to share the screen here in a minute. So let's share the screen here. And of course, I'm signing out. Let me go ahead and let's put this up like this here. Let's make this full screen. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. So when you're, first of all, at first I'm totally excited. So if you guys see my video, if you guys have not seen my trailer reaction to the video, make sure you check out my trailer reaction to video. I literally go ham sandwich on the trailer. But as we can see, of course, this is Mirage and Anthony Ramos's character, and I'm gonna try to pause it for a second. Let me just kind of go. I want to go back just a little bit here. Let me see, how far can I go where I can be able to get. Okay, this is just the best I can get. So of course here, this is Mirage, and a lot of people's like, oh man, I thought we was gonna get Jazz or whatever. Now, I do believe this is just a theory of mine, but I do believe that we're gonna get more alternate modes of these characters. So let me try to put myself. Let me try to change that. Yeah, got myself down here. That's way better. Okay, so I know we're gonna get multiple looks at these characters. So a lot of these characters, I believe they're gonna have alternate modes. I believe that. And I hope, and maybe it's just a theory, and maybe it's just my hope and my aspirations, my dream, but it'd be dope for Mirage to start off scanning like a literal F-150 car. like not F-150. Good lord, it's a truck. A Formula One car. And do you know notice that it's street, it's illegal to drive a Formula One car around, the city, and then he sees Anthony Ramos's car, the character that's being played here, and he turns around and just scans that car. So you get a homage to his G1 form, and excuse me, and at the same time, what you're doing is you're introducing this new form because number one, it's illegal to drive race cars around, especially like Formula One cars on the city, and number two, it explains the reason why that Mirage has this form. So let's go ahead and this, I made sure that it has no sound, so I'm not getting copyrights or any of this stuff. But we go to the Rise of the Beast official trailer, and let's go for millions of years. And I'm not gonna lie, that's an excellent shot of New York. I miss New York, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, over there off of Atlantic and Saratoga. Shout out to them. But that's an excellent shot. But the world has transformed. So for what I understand is this is going to be shot in two places: New York, which is I believe they're using Montreal as New York in certain shots, but and also in Peru, I believe. So this jungle area is absolutely gorgeous, man. I just love that. One thing about me, I love cinematography, and especially if it's very good cinematography. So let's go. So something has awakened. Now we get the first shot. Let's see right here of Optimus Primal going straight, King Kong on us. Now let me just say this. The reason why I believe the Decepticons is going to be in this because there's okay, so the Decepticons and Predacons. I believe every faction is going to be in here. Terracons, Decepticons, Predacons, and the Autobots and the Maximals. So I believe that these guys have been here the whole entire time, but they just been dormant or been what we call like mythical creatures or something like that, based on the area that they're in. The locals could be able to have different names that they will call them and stuff like that. But I believe that this will be the area that you do that in. They just some mythical creature and stuff like that that they use and stuff like that. And that's the reason why that, the natives and stuff like that are not freaking out over a, probably 20-foot tall, ape running around there that's actually metal and a little bit in it. You can see there's a little bit of fur here. But so this is just my theory on this. I'll stay with me on this because it's kind of a wild theory. These guys in the Beast Wars television show, they're actually from the future to get sent back in time. When they get sent back in time, they're sent so far in the past, you know what I mean? They're in like the Jurassic period or something like that. And then they end up being able to scan actual animals and being able to take on those forms. Hence, Optimus Prime will be in a gorilla and stuff like that. And in Beast Wars, they actually run into the Ark in Beast Wars, and they are found. They find Optimus Prime, and if you ever seen the original G1 cartoon, when they go and they crash land in the Ark and the side of the volcano, they're all just laying there for 4 million years. Well, in Beast Wars, they actually retconned and have them go back in time and actually go and talk to some of the guys over there in or actually talk about their descendants, because the Maximals and the Predacons are the descendants of the Autobots and Decepticons, and they're the results of the end of the war. So they come in the future, and then they start a new faction with the Maximals and the Predacons, and then they get into it, and they go back in the past or whatever, so on and so forth. So I do believe that you're gonna have some Predacons. You're gonna have to have the Decepticons play a major factor. Now, one Decepticon that I need to have, and this is just a theory, I gotta have Megatron. And if they introduce the golden disc, and if you don't know what the golden disc is, this is a spoiler warning for Transformers, Beast Wars, Transformers, Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom. The golden disc contained all the information of Megatron, and Megatron was trying to send information to his past self, so he could be able to change some certain things if he, you know, for his descendants to be able to find or whatever and change some of the outcomes that happen, like him turning into Galvatron to getting caught up in the Unicron. And this could be leading the Unicron, which is would be completely awesome if we got a live action version of what happened in Transformers the movie in '86 and some of the other publications. But I gotta have a G1 accurate head sculpt of Megatron. I don't care what he turns into, as long as his head looks like Megatron. And I'm gonna get into some of this too, but I gotta have Predacon Megatron and regular Megatron. It could just be in a flashback, because in the flashback in the Bumblebee movie, we did get to see Starscream. We got to see a couple other people, you know, in the past. In Beast Wars. I mean, I'm sorry. In the Bumblebee movie, we got to see Shockwave, Starscream, Thundercracker. We got to see Soundwave. You know, we got to see Brawl and other you know, Wheeljack. But Wheeljack that actually looks like Wheeljack, which I'm gonna get into him in a second. But I believe that they should play a major factor in, not as part of the ending battle or something like that, but I'm talking about as a in flashbacks or part of the actual story to move the story along. So let's get into this here. Now, this is the thing. This here I love. Now, if you actually compare this to the Bumblebee movie, to me, it's a slight downer, because in the Bumblebee movie, Optimus looked it awesome. I said looked it. He looked it awesome. He was amazing. And this one, I'm kind of giving it a shot, and I'm not completely mad at it, because there is, and I'm gonna push play here. I'm gonna try to catch it. There is a lot of, okay, now this here is completely awesome. This is awesome. And I have the figure to Optimus Primal. And if you guys didn't know, you know, I mean, you see stuff in the background. I'm a huge collector, completely huge collector. So I mean, I have like Optimus Prime and, you know, Optimus Primal and a bunch of stuff. So this look here, a lot of people don't like it, because for one, it was like, you know, Optimus needs a sandwich and his legs is kind of skinny or whatever. But this is almost as G1 accurate as you can get. Now, because this is 6 months out, they can refine a lot of the CGI here. I kind of don't like the arm cannon, but then again, the only reason why I'm saying that is because yes, you want his blaster, but in other iterations, you have Optimus Prime and a lot of the Autobots, especially if you start looking at Armada and Victory and Energon and all these other iterations that they could pull from. This is not the worst thing in the world. The worst thing in the world is his face, and I'm just telling you the truth. But as far as with the face paint on, with the face thing on, all of this is amazing. You know, Optimus Primal looks amazing, and Ron Perlman did his voice in the Power of the Prime, Sage's Return, and Combiner Wars series through Machinima back in the day. So I don't have no problem with any of this, but we're gonna get to some of this or whatever. Okay, let me show you. This is where I got a problem with his face. Like, yo, you could have kept the mask, the battle mask, still on him so you could talk, just like in the Bumblebee movie. I felt like that should have carried on here. Now they do have enough time to be able to get this fixed, and that's a big thing for me. This is this sucks. I'm sorry. This sucks. Everything else I'm good with because it's super G1 accurate. And actually, his transformation is very G1 accurate later on in that trailer. And this wasn't really trying to be a trailer review, but I'm going to get to it. I want to just kind of express my, my feelings on this while I'm live and I'm breaking this down. But that's a problem that I have. Now this is whoo, and I'm going to pull this guy here, and I know you're not going to be able to really see him on here, but when I say that this is as G1 accurate, if you look at it, and this is the Earthrise Optimus Prime, but that is as G1 accurate as you can get from the trailer, especially with Michael Bay being so adamant about having them with the flames and stuff, kind of like his. And especially this version. This version is the Laser Optimus Prime from Generation 2, the G2 Optimus, but I'm just saying that, it kind of is good to get away from, what Michael Bay just was adamant about. Oh, I want my Optimus Prime to have ribs and everything look blocky. Well, that looks awesome. That looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing. Now, if you notice, let me go back a little bit. There was some flickering. Let me try to get, okay. You see how it was flickering? Now, this is what I believe. In the original G1 or in any series, in a lot of the series, the Decepticons are always looking for Energon. It would be super cool to be able to have them trying to drain Earth's resources, and maybe the electrical grids or whatever could be able to store Energon and stuff like that. But Energon is a way that the Cybertronians, that's the way that they're like a food source for them. So they need Energon. So with it flickering, that's actually pretty cool. And hopefully that goes in there, but it's probably something else. But hopefully that they could do that. Or there's a space bridge, and I want them to utilize space bridges. Now, if they utilize the space bridge technology, that could be able to explain how many of the Decepticons and stuff like that get to Earth. And if you ever seen Dark of the Moon, they talking about creating a space bridge to be able to bring Cybertron in there. Well, space bridges are big. That goes all the way back to G1. I know a lot of iterations do space bridges. Transformers Prime had a small space bridge, and the Autobots base in Arizona. So if they could do the space bridge technology to be able to get some of these Decepticons, Terracons, space bridges, having them go back in the past, that'd be awesome to be able to do. So let's go ahead and keep moving here. Now, this is our first look at Bumblebee. Now, Bumblebee's face right here is reminiscent, of course, of the Bumblebee movie and, from the Bayverse. What I would like to happen, and this is going to sound real effed up, what I would like to happen is they kill off this version of Bumblebee and give us a G1 accurate face of Bumblebee. Kill this version off, but give us a G1 accurate version of Bumblebee. Get them restored, because there's clips in the trailer where there's no Bumblebee. You know what I mean? So, but then you have him in a later shot, but, give him a G1 accurate face. Have this version get killed off or something. But I know that a lot of ever since the Bayverses came out, this has been you guys' Bumblebee. So I'm not really mad at it. I just would like, or make him talk. I mean, there's two things. Either I'd be cool with this if he talked. You know what I mean? I'd be super cool with this if he talked. But if he doesn't talk, kill him off and get us a new version of Bumblebee. Give us Goldbug. You know what I'm saying? Give us another version, but at least make him talk. That's Bumblebee, and this is Mirage. And again, what I would like for to happen is that Mirage comes in the Formula One car trying to run from the police because it's super illegal. You know what I'm saying? And we see another car chase scene, but then he transforms, and this is Anthony Ramos's car. So I think that'd be kind of awesome. if they did that. And you see, he gets in the car. I don't think he's. Everybody's like, "Oh, is he still in the car?" I think he thinks this is his car. You know what I mean? And he just gets into it and he's looking at it like, "What is this Autobot sign?" I didn't even want to do a trailer breakdown of this, but I mean, Mirage gets to kicking it right here. I'm really doing a trailer breakdown on this. This is not what my intentions was when I did this, but I just think this is awesome, especially this transformation right here. This is cool. This is super dope. Super dope. How he transformed and flipped his body around. And the cool thing is that when you handling Transformers, especially if you were a big toy fan, when you're handling Transformers, some of them you got to twist around and stuff like that. This is just a good homage to the toy. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be some toys gonna be sold, but this, when see, a lot of people was tripping because it was like, oh, Mirage doesn't do this. Well, in a G1, he goes invisible and stuff like that. And they expanded on that in the War for Cybertron series, where Mirage split itself into many different characters when he was fighting against the refractors. And the refractors, you know what I'm saying, can split themselves into many pieces, but ever to be one. So that's actually pretty cool that they actually did some stuff that's accurate to at least the cartoon stuff, but they literally just killed this cop and he's freaking out because he is gone. And what other car would he turn into that's going to be fast, but a Porsche 911? I think that's cool. I could get with it. I know Jazz is a Porsche in the G1 cartoon, but he's not a 911 Porsche. He's a different type of Porsche. I can't think of the actual name of it, but let's keep going or whatever, because this is where I was talking about. I mean, he's really running from the cops. Okay. This looks like a totally different version of Bumblebee, even though this is still a 70s style Camaro. I believe that which this kind of actually, this is actually Michael Bayish. I never noticed that. And if you remember in the Bumblebee, in Transformers 1, Bumblebee had really big tires for some strange reason. And he was all rusty. This looks like an homage to that one, but I really want them to reset that timeline. At least make this dude tall. But Cheetor right here, oh my god. That is so dope, but he is so humongous. I mean, which is, truth be told, if they was to do, cartoon accurate Beast Wars, he'd be all extra little, itty bitty. You know what I'm saying? And now, and Bumblebee will be completely taller than him. So I guess that wouldn't look right aesthetically. So, they could do the size manipulation, but this is okay. So this is the reason why I said that the Transformers, they have to have, the Predacons and stuff in this, so this makes a lot more sense. Okay, what am I doing? They want to do that. I want to kind of go back just a little bit because I want you to see this shot. Okay, my fault. So this is the reason why, there has to be some Decepticons in here somewhere, because I don't see AirRaiser trying to kill some of the Autobots. And I know Nightbird is in this, and she is in some of the shots. And if you don't know who Nightbird is, man, just you got to go back to G1. The Ninja Nightbird, oh my god, dope, super dope. And they're probably going, oh my god, when they do that toy, that's going to be one of the ones to get. I don't know if they're going to really mass produce a lot of those Nightbirds, but man, that's going to be a hot sell. And that's actually cool. And in this, trying to go back to this shot, because I'm trying to get an understanding of who they're, because that's Optimus falling down there. But okay, so that's Nightbird right here. Who kicked Optimus off the hill? So Nightbird right here is in, and I think that is a oh my god, I know my car's Nissan. Celine, I believe. Nah, don't quote me on that one. Don't quote me on that one, but I think it is a Nissan. But that's super fast and furious, super dope. But I think somebody has just knocked Optimus Prime off the hill right here. But I think I believe that there's things that's missing out of this trailer that CGI is not getting. And that's why I said there is going to be Predacons and Decepticons in this, because you can't have the Terracons just be the only villain without the Predators. You can't introduce the Maximals without having the Predacons. Just like you can't have the Autobots without the Decepticons. And I believe that a lot of stuff in this teaser trailer is going to be hidden anyway. But yeah, there's things that's coming over, and that's actually a pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. All of this with RC and Wheeljack, but this is dope. This is dope right here. And I know it's a Terracon, but that is actually super duper dope. And again, they're being attacked. They're being attacked by the Terracons, but again, there's had to be a reason for the Terracons. And of course, we get a lot of boom and a lot of flash and action, and not really, oh my god. RC looks so dope here. And this facial scan on hers, and she has the best CGI on here. Of course, it's not super duper positive, but it looks awesome to me. This is G1 accurate from from Transformers the movie. Go back and watch Transformers the movie. This is super accurate. I love that. Excuse me. And a little bit of the pink and the red. I do like that. Excuse me. I'm getting something in my throat. Excuse me. Oh, give me a second. Don't want to be in here choking. Give me some water. Some life water. Okay. So now in this scene, which I love the fake, man, that is so good. I mean, you got to give him props on this. This is good, but he's explaining to him that things from your past and your future are coming. And again, I believe the Terracons, Predacons, and Maximals is from the future, and your past is we gotta have Megatron, both Megatrons. Megatron, the original that's probably sending these people from the future, and you know what I'm saying, by the end of the war, which again, this is I want them to I want this to be an alternate version, like the timeline is being altered, and before Megatron goes to, which was not seen in the Bumblebee movie, we got everybody, Shockwave and Soundwave and the Seeker, Starscream, and all of that. We got no Megatron, so it'd be cool if we go back to the War for Cybertron, and he leaves that golden disc before he even crash lands on Earth. And we do any of the Bayverse stuff. I think that'd be good to kind of go back and we start changing the timeline like that happened, but this is now because the Maxwell's coming in, we're changing the actual timeline. And I know they're kind of like on a loop because they're coming from the future going back to the past, and they're changing everything. So all of that happened, but now this is now a way for them to be able to do everything and be able to change everything around. So that's why I said the Decepticons have to play a major factor into this, and I think Megatron needs to be the center focus on how the Terracons even got there. You know what I'm saying? And his predecessor, the other Megatron from the future, the one that's a T-Rex, which would be completely awesome. It'd be like Jurassic Park or something like that. The T-Rex version of Megatron finds his golden disc and is trying to be able to set things straight. You know what I'm saying? And be able to end the war before it even begins, but or whatever. So it's just a lot of things that I would like to see in this, but Primal looks amazing. Okay, so this is, I believe this is Scourge, and the man, man, that's right up the gut. I mean, he has his blade. If you see, his blade is coming out of his arm, and he's still holding Bumblebee's throat. And Scourge looks so dope here. But there's something that I'm looking at too, that I believe that they're using space bridge technology. Now, man, that's a dope shot. That's a screenshot. That is dope. And again, the CGI is not completely polished, and I think they need to have a little color. But I want to say that this should be, again, they should have Decepticons, all of that in this right here. That's still amazing. Now, this is what I was talking about. This light, this beam of light, to me, should be a space bridge. And like, it just flashed out and then it just left while Bumblebee is sitting there about to get choke slammed. And to me, he should be gone. They should kill him off, rebuild him like they did in the Transformers movie when they had to rebuild what's his name, Ultra Magnus. They should do that here, kill him off, because in this scene there's no Bumblebee. Wheeljack, Optimus, RC, Mirage, and only thing about here, and I can't push it up, I want, if you're gonna have Wheeljack, please, for the love of God, have Wheeljack's head. You can't have the Maximals looking amazing and then have Wheeljack looking stupid, looking like Q from Dark of the Moon. That's terrible. That was terrible. That's design looked like the one dude who was like, "Thank you, Spider-Man," in the Ant-Man trailer. So no, make this guy Wheeljack, the real Wheeljack. Have him talk with the things light up on the side of his face. You know what I mean? With the face paint. Just, you got RC good. Optimus needs to have his face plate up. Mirage doesn't look bad, and all of this doesn't look bad. It looks very compact. I like that. But the head sculpt doesn't look too bad from the back. So they're walking, and this is a festival, in Peru. And look at Rhinox. Look at this. Air Razor Rhinox looks amazing. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a hint of green and stuff like that in there, but this is in the dark, so can't really see. But that's amazing. And this is what I was talking about. His arms folding out like this. That's G1. That's completely G1. This is what I don't like. He looks weird. Man, they should have just kept the faceplate like they did in the Bumblebee movie. Now, these are, for one, if NASA's watching the sky, why are these dudes allowed to come crash land in the Hudson Bay? Or I guess that's the Hudson Bay. Why these guys are allowed to crash land without nobody saying nothing? For real, 3 shooting stars, meteors, or whatever, they crash land into the water and nobody says nothing. You know what I mean? Nobody says nothing. And no telling who those are. And again, this is where he looks dope. Just keep the face paint on. I don't know why they go to the base verse type of thing with this. And this is the money shot. I can't think of who this guy's name is. But again, there's a lot missing in this shot. First of all, where is this at? This spaceship looks like the Nemesis to me. Nightbird is coming. I believe that's Nightbird right there. It'd be dope if they allow her spoiler to be her wings. That'd be super dope. But she came through like, oh my god. And there's a lot going on. Cheetor comes in and he flips, and man, dude. But I believe there's a lot more going on in shot than meets the eye. Trademark. There's more in here than meets the eye. So look at Optimus Primal. And Optimus Primal is just looking so good. I mean, he flips out, he turns around, and This is the reason why I think this is Cheetar or this could be Wheeljack. But if that's Wheeljack, they need to work on that CGI on his face. But I think that's Cheetar. Yeah, this most definitely is Cheetar. Optimus is right here. This is most definitely Cheetar in that scene. And then you see Optimus Primal, and this is Wheeljack over here. This is Wheeljack over here, which he should have an alternate mode too. You know what I mean? But these two blades are completely straight out of the Beast Wars cartoon and the toy. I mean, look at that. And then it goes into a whip, which is coming. Now, the only complaint that I have about here is that if you're going to do the face paint, you have to have the slit open for his mouth to make it just let's just go. Another thing that I want to point out in this trailer is that they have um Optimus Primal actually speaking while he's in his beast form. We also should be able to have the Autobots while they're in their alt mode be able to talk, which was absent throughout all of the Bayverse stuff, and I never liked that, except for Bumblebee because he talked through the radio, but Michael Bay didn't want the cars to talk while they were in their robot mode, which was, I mean, not in their robot mode, but while they were in their alt mode, which is completely stupid. You know what I mean? How it's dumb. And in every single iteration, they never talk while they were in their alt mode. So hopefully they could, this director from Creed 2 could be able to bring that aesthetic to this movie. But just make a little slit. There's so much that you could be able to do with 6 months with the CGI, and that's one of the things. And then bring him a little bit more color. Bring the blue that's in his chest, the blue and the white. You know what I mean? Have that part of his chest, but that's still dope. And you see, it's still transforming. You see RC. RC's right here. I don't know who that is. I think that's Nightbird coming through. That is dope. That is dope. It is a lot going on here. And Optimus, and I guess I don't know who this is. But to me, this looks like the Ark. I mean, I'm sorry, not the Ark. This looks like the Nemesis. Now, if they have the Nemesis, that means the Decepticons is there, and that's Megatron's ship. The Nemesis is what brought on the original Decepticons. You have Megatron, Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Soundwave. Who else am I missing from that original? The original Decepticons. Refractor. Or Reflector, not Refractor, Reflector. But I think that was that it wasn't a lot. So in the first episode of G1, but this is dope. This looks, I'm buying this. Optimus is right here. I believe that's there's things missing out of this, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a hill, but I don't believe this is something that the Ark is in. But I'm making too much because these are Transformers is taking inspiration from the Bay films or whatever. But Soups on YouTube actually did an interview with the director, and I believe Anthony Ramos, and they was talking about the Decepticons. He slipped up and said the Predacons and Decepticons. So I most definitely believe that they're going to be in this movie, along with the Terracons. So, this was the money shot. Look at that. That's right there. That's a screen. That's a screen grab right there. That is so dope. That is a screen grab. And you got Transformers. You know what I'm saying? The Terracons, the Autobots, the Predacons. This is actually kind of cool too, because she was saying hi. I think her design is good. They're keeping the pink up here. They could make her lips a little red because that's from the show too. I don't mind. It's a Ducati. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind this at all. She looks very She's a mix of the G1 RC and the Transformers Prime RC. And if you know, you know. She's a mix of that. So I think this is the last, yeah. And then we get the beginning of this again. And again, they made the them transforming very simplistic. It's not like, and this comes out June of 2023, so there's still time to get a lot of the CGI done. You can fix a lot of the faces. They call it, with Ugly Sonic, they turned around and did the whole entire thing, redid the whole entire mold. So yeah, so it's like I'm trying to catch it, and it's like just this is a part of his face I'm trying to catch, and hopefully I could get it. But I think it's more of a Mirage look, with Pete Davis's voice to it. As long as they don't make it look like Pete Davis, I'm all right. Yeah, that's what I'm. And I have no problem with that. This looks like a Mirage head. You know what I'm saying? I would know that was a big thing. That looks more of a Mirage head. So, I do believe, like I said, just watching this, looking at this trailer and everything, I believe that you got more that the trailer is leading on. There's more than meets the eye with this trailer. This is just a teaser trailer. I don't want them to show too much. I can't think of the airplane that's coming out, but they just announced the voice caster for this airplane. I can't think of the name of the airplane right now, but it's going to be big enough so they could be able to transfer the Autobots around too, which would be amazing, and then have a gigantic robot. That's why I said, there's a lot missing from a lot of this, and which is good. I want to be blown away by a Transformer movie. Bumblebee was good, and it was heartwarming, and it was cute, and it was ET-ish. That's all good, but man, I came for the Cybertronian War. I came for Autobots and Decepticons. It's on site with a good story to go along with it. The reason why it's on site, the reason why we want to see these characters and see the reason why that Optimus Prime and the Autobots want to defend Earth, and the reason why the Decepticons is coming there to pillage everything that the Autobots have been doing. So yeah, I believe that my theory is that they're going to do the Predacons and the Maximals was coming back from the past. They're awakened because I believe that the past that Primal is telling Optimus is that Megatron had these. I would love them to do the Golden Disc story, that they had these discs and he's coming back and he's trying to send a message to his old self, and the reason why they want to get Energon and all of this stuff. I think that'd be amazing, be dope to do. But hey, this is just a theory of mine. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm doing more of these live videos because there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and I don't want to do a lot of editing. So I'm just being honest. This is just a little bit easier to be able to do right now. And then I'm doing these, like I said, right off of work. So if I have something that I kind of want to talk to you guys about, and of course this is early in the morning, so I know a lot of, the guys that follow me, the people that follow me are probably not going to be up early in the morning. But please like and share like and subscribe. Make sure that you share this video. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. What you think about my theory? Decepticons, coming back, using a lot of old G1 and Beast Wars stuff to be able to push them back, so they're just not there. Like, I don't want them to just be Terracons and Predacons, and there's no Decepticons. Come on now, we gotta have a few Decepticons. So again, what did you guys think? Again, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and Vipire.